Harming and berating myself for what? I refuse to feel the feelings that made me uncomfortable, but those same feelings saved my life. Let's say it again. Those same feelings saved my life. Transform into another emotion, shame. And shame had become my complexion. Let me tell you, you see the color of my skin? I was not a black woman. I was not a mixed race woman. I wasn't a purple woman. I was a shameful woman. And shame over time transformed into the woman you know today. Joyful, happy, bubbly, positive, powerful. How did I get here, my love? I'm sharing the story with you because I need you to know. You may think that these things happen to only you. You don't get why only you have suffered. You don't get why life has to be so difficult. My loves, it all is transpiring in your favor. No, none of us would sign up to be hurt, honey. Hell to the no. We won't. We won't intentionally sign up to be hurt or harmed by somebody. But life puts us on a path that somehow is there to help us, to serve us, to become the women we are meant to be. Worthy, yeah, 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 shiver, shiver. Worthy, yeah, 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 shiver, shiver. Worthy, yeah, 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 shiver, shiver. Worthy. My loves, how are you? How are you? How are you? I've missed you guys. I know I wasn't here on Thursday, my loves. It's been so deliciously hectic. All these people at a meeting, all these amazing women like you who are stepping into becoming the destination of their wildest, boldest, baddest dreams. It has been so illuminating. It has been so joyful. It has been so humbling. That's the word. Humbling to meet women like you. Some of you, we meet in the DM, we meet in person, we meet, and we share. And we share the freedom of being a woman. Oh, what a glory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shiver, shiver. Worthy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My loves, I hope wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the room of your soul, you are feeling all the vibrations, all the joyful love and freedom vibes I am sending to you. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. I understand where you've been. Whether you are locked in a relationship that is not soulful according to you, whether you are working through forgiving yourself from past mistakes, whether you're working through different seasons of your life, you're dealing with stress at different levels, whether you are just tired, baby, because you're juggling so much as a woman, the house, the kids, the work, your business. I'm here for you. I see you. I hear you. My loves, tonight we're talking about overcoming the fear of being yourself. Overcoming the fear of being your full self. If you're here on the replay, thank you for giving so much love to the world by everything that you are doing. And if you're here on the replay, whether you're over here on YouTube or over here on IG or Facebook, drop a love in the comment. Drop a love in the comment, a heart, so another woman knows that you are feeling and thinking and believing and sending her so much sisterhood love up. Because we know, sharing is how we know we are not alone. My loves, overcoming the fear of being your full self. Say it again. Overcoming the fear of being your full self. My loves, my name is Wen, your healing coach, your confidence coach. Yes, your healing coach, your confidence coach. If you're new to this space, thank you for being here. If you've been here before and you came back for more, thank you for being here, sharing time with us. I help ambitious women become powerful decision makers so that you never have to doubt yourself again. Yes, and I share stories from my life and share case studies on my Instagram and Facebook about the women I've helped in their journey, and it is an honor. It is an honor to serve you. It is a blessing to handhold each other through this thing called life. My loves, I came to a certain point in my life where this realization that we can become our full self, it rained on me like I don't know how to describe the awakening that took my soul. I wanted to share this with you as an illustration of how you can overcome the fear that holds you back from being your full self. Some of you may know about my childhood trauma. I talk about it plainly here. Sharing is how we know we are not alone. I talk about it, but parts of it I don't talk about, and I've not spoken about it so detailed before, but I felt called to share this with you. I did not feel like I belonged for a good chunk of my, hey, welcome my love, a good chunk of my young life as a child. And I'm sharing how to overcome the fear of being your full self, because we know the journey to becoming who you are meant to be is just that, a journey. And everything that we go through has purpose, has meaning, has a work, has a chore to do. And I'm going to share with you my path. I didn't feel I belonged to myself due to my childhood trauma. My father sexually abused me. My mother physically abused me. I just feel I was not wanted in my home. Was not wanted, was not cared for in the way that I saw other kids feeling settled and safe. So my love, it traveled all the way through my adulthood. I'm just touching on this very lightly to illustrate the point. And it was so bad, so much depression, so much anxiety, insomnia for years, almost 12, 15 years of insomnia, just dealing with not feeling settled in myself and dealing with nightmares. One day I had enough. One day I had enough of the fear that was calling me to release myself. Some of you, I asked in my Instagram today, what's your greatest fear? Some of you may say it's fear of dying, fear of your child being hurt. My fear back then, not now, my baby, not now, my loves, but my fear back then was the fear of living. The fear of living. I'm telling the truth here, my loves. We share because we know. We all go through emotions and go through things in our lives, and we feel we are alone. But you're not alone, my loves. We're here for you. I'm here for you. That's why I'm sharing the story. So one day in Virginia, I had to make a decision. On a bridge in Virginia, I was left with a decision because I felt like such an outsider in my body. My choice was, whose arms will I fall into this day? I had enough of living. True story. Should I fall and surrender to all that I think I am to myself? Nothing. Shameful, dirty, a disgrace. All the things that childhood trauma victims feel. You know, we go through them all. And if you've not encountered that, my loves, no worries. If you have been hurt in some way, you know that feeling of feeling hurt. That's what we're talking about. Feeling hurt. So again, we don't measure our pain by anybody else's. What's unique to you is unique to you. And in that moment, I had enough of living. And my loves, I had to make a choice. That's why I help women with this, making powerful decisions. Every day we deal with these things. My loves, I had to make a decision forward or backwards. Whose arms will I fall into that day? My loves, here's the thing. Because fear is all I had known. Fear was all that I had known, but something inside of me, my intuition was telling me something else. And it was saying, come back to me, Wen. Come back to me. That's what the fear was telling me. There was a fear that was locking me in this decision. Should I go forward or should I go backwards? But the fear was more compelling. Imagine that. I'm telling you this. The fear that was uncertain. I didn't know what was going to happen. I could surrender to the feeling of escaping and not knowing where that would go, or I can fall back into the voice, into the knowing that was inside of me. It said, come back to me when. Come back to me. And in that moment, it was like an awakening in my soul. I have never felt so sure of a thing that I did not know was possible. So sure of a feeling of hope. That's what it was. Hope. The beginnings of hope. That's what I felt. My loves, and after that big decision of deciding to fall back into my own arms of hope, of my intuition from the divine, divine within, divine without, whoever your God is, whoever your maker, or whatever source of life, of love is there for you. That's how I felt in that moment. My loves, in that moment, I made that big decision. I chose to be inside this life because there was a knowing that says when there's so much that you need to do for yourself and so much you need to do for others. But first it starts with ourselves, my love. So many of my clients, they tell me they want to start new businesses. They want to speak up for themselves with their boss, with their relationships. They don't know why they keep going back to the hurtful relationship or whomever they've been to before. If you've been through this, my love, if you've been in this seesaw of trying to decide, trying to make a powerful decision, put a 1 in the comment. If you've been in this predicament where you're not sure which way to go, left or right, you're so unclear, put a 1 in the comment. Cheer. This is how we know we're not alone, because we've all been there. So my loves, here's what I learned that day and the following days of my life and the hours of my life. Everything, even if it seems so impossibly difficult, even if it seems like you are the only one in the world that's enduring this thing, everything helps you get to where you need to be. Thank you, my sister. It seems impossible. Why did this happen to me? I'm the only one that I know this happened to me. My loves, there's so many of us out here suffering. And the word suffering means what? It's an experience that comes with living. That's what it is. Suffering is not personal. It's hard to see it that way. Suffering is not personal. Suffering happens to all of us, some way, shape, or form. And what's unique to you is unique to you. That's why we should keep investigating. We should keep exploring, and being curious with all the emotions that show up. For me, fear was the one that I always had. My first friend. Fear your mother beat you, fear your father do this, fear this, you go hungry, fear. I chose to step into what I had known because my intuition said, when inside that fear, there's an urge that I'm trying to tell you, the divine, whoever your divine is, there's wisdom in there. Stay with fear a little longer. She, the fear, will unravel all who you are meant to be. There was no proof, my love, so I stayed with fear. Then the fear revealed itself to be blaming myself for the fact that my parents were who they were. I blamed myself. Then that transformed into another emotion, transformed into self-pity, and that transformed into another emotion. Yes, it did. It transformed into another emotion, shame. And shame had become my complexion. Let me tell you, you see the color of my skin? I was not a black woman. I was not a mixed race woman. I wasn't a purple woman. I was a shameful woman. And shame over time transformed into the woman you know today. Joyful, happy, bubbly, positive, powerful. How did I get here, my love? I'm sharing the story with you because I need you to know. You may think that these things happen to only you. You don't get why only you have suffered. You don't get why life has to be so difficult. My loves, it all is transpiring in your favor. No, none of us would sign up to be hurt, honey. Hell to the no. We won't. We won't intentionally sign up to be hurt or harmed by somebody. But life puts us on a path that somehow is there to help us, to serve us, to become the women we are meant to be. In the moment, we don't see it, we don't believe it, because then there's no such thing as proof. Prove to me, if I were to tell myself back in my 20s on that bridge in Virginia, if I had a looking glass and they said, this is who you're going to be when, in how much ever years, I would have laughed that looking glass, throw it out the window. Impossible to imagine who you would be. I could not get here without leaning into fear. Let's say it again. If you feel what I'm saying, put a 1 in the comment, my love. This is proof. I could not get to this day, this moment with you, if I did not stay with fear and let the wisdom that was inside that come through by me developing the skills of courage, by me developing the skill of patience, by me being curious. And this is what I help my clients with. I help my clients to realize that all that we go through, we think we're going to burn our fingers if we feel our feelings. So we don't. We try to go smoke whatever we smoke, we drink whatever, have sex with whoever we have. Don't take care of ourselves like I was doing. I was stress eating. I was doing all the isolation, craving isolation. I was harming and berating myself for what? I refused to feel the feelings that made me uncomfortable. But those same feelings saved my life. Let's say it again. Those same feelings saved my life. Yes, emotions are just information. Joy belongs to you. Yes, fear belongs to you. Yes, bitterness belongs to you. Relief belongs to you. You own all your emotions. They are expressions of all that you are. Fear is not bad. Joy is not bad. They're just parts of you. They serve their purposes, my love. They serve their purposes, and that's why it's okay. That's what I help my clients realize. There is wisdom in you, the expert of your life. Yes. You are the expert of your life. So every emotion that you feel that belongs to you is trying to help you, to guide you into becoming the person you were meant to be, my loves. After I made that powerful decision to step into the arms of fear, I was taught what it meant to be fully me. There was no more people pleasing. I didn't care. And you see that when you step into who you were meant to be, you feel comfortable in your own skin. You confidently tell your parents what you think about them. I did it without hesitation. You confidently say what you want and you get what you need in that negotiation for your salary. Absolutely, you do. Because you feel so settled and so safely held in your own arms that you know you got you. Oh my, I wish this for every woman. I could not have gotten here. My clients could not have gotten where they are without stepping into the fear, stepping into the emotions they try to avoid, that everybody says you're going to burn down the house, girl, if you allow yourself to experience that feeling. Take that gasp that you feel in your neck, release it, my love. Step into the feeling. You know when you feel that pain in your gut, in your heart, in your leg, in your neck, in your eye that's twitching when you try to avoid the feeling. Step into that feeling. Because your life is going to change so beautifully. Yes. You will not be filtering yourself. My loves, if you feel it, put a 1 in the comment. You will express yourself. You will have healthy relationships. I found love. I learned to trust people. Me, I never trusted anybody, let alone a man, honey. Learn to trust people. Learn to trust myself. Fall in love, have healthy relationships. Yes, it's there for you, my loves. It's there for you. You are the source of your absolute joy. No one can get you there but you. But first, you have to make that powerful decision. That powerful decision that makes you feel unsettled and wobbly and unsure. Because we are not taught, my loves. Let's tell the truth. You and me, we're not taught to fully express ourselves. We are not taught that. When we were kids, we were punished for whatever. If we said too much or had too much of an opinion, you got a hot mouth. You know what I mean, right? So when you become this person who is whole and fully safe and free to be who you are, you just let it out. Have healthy relationships. I was such an introvert, not hanging out with friends. Listen, I've been all over the world traveling, and that's what happened to my clients. One of my clients bought her own house after divorcing her husband. It's something she was so scared about, being in charge of the finance and understanding that process, having 4 boys. That can be you, my love. One of my clients, she found love with a woman and is married now. She was not comfortable being her own person and owning her sexuality. She has love now. That's beautiful. When you fully step into who you were meant to be and it's available for you. Yes, and I help you get there with my vibrational work, with all the radical healing techniques that I use that keep you safely held and beautifully blooming into your becoming. With you at the driver's seat, because you deserve to live the life that you never, ever want to run away from. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here and I'm honored to serve you. You can overcome the fear of being yourself. You can overcome the fear of being your full self. It starts with one powerful decision. Your decision to choose you and to move forward by taking actions. Come out of your head, my love. What is your heart telling you? What is the feeling in your body telling you? What is your intuition, that inner divine compass telling you? Step into that feeling. Sit with that feeling. It is your gateway to joy. My love, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely evening. Has this helped you? If you're watching
Another
the replay,
video is
we
waiting
love you.
for
We're here to support
you.
you. Rebel for a spell because
Check it
you
out.
are
Check it out
worthy.
now.
Yeah. Sugar.